Hello and welcome to another Golf FM bag review. This time it's a bag I don't even stock. I've been doing a lot of bag reviews recently and over the last few years, and quite often shooting myself in the foot by saying something is not very good and then it's very difficult to sell. I have no worries about this one because this is a new series I seem to have embarked on, which is reviewing things that I don't even stock. So if this is really good and one of the members wants to buy one, sorry, I can't help you. Don't stock them. The reason I'm doing this is I've heard about Vessel. If you're into bags, you'll know about Vessel. If you're not into bags, you're probably not watching this video anyway. How does that work? Speaking to somebody that's not watching it. Anyway, and I got this bag off one of our members who buys quite a lot of stuff and knows about golf stuff, and he got into Vessel, and I saw that he had a Vessel bag, or I heard that he had a Vessel bag, and I said, let me have a look at it. And he said, no problem, have it. Do a review on it, see what you think of it. So that's what I'm doing, that's where we are now. So this is a used from January 2025 to now, so it's about 10 months. It's been used every weekend religiously, pretty much, I would say, plus probably a wee bit more if he's been honest. And this is the £499 Lux Prime cart. I'll just check I've got that right. Yep. Lux Prime cart, and also while this bit of paper's out, it is £9.4 plus, they list it without the hood and without the strap, so altogether it's £10.6. Did a bit of maths, which comes out as 4.81 kilograms, which is about the same as this guy, the dreaded Ping tour bag, which I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of. I've done a review of this and didn't rate it terribly highly, and rightfully so, still have it in stock. I got what I deserved. I don't know when I did the review of the Ping bag, but it was a while ago. Still got it. Anyway, onto the Vessel. So this is £499, which is an absurd amount of money for a golf bag. It's more expensive than virtually all the tour bags that there are out there. Vessel is a sort of premium fancy pants golf brand that does all sorts of bags. And at first I thought they just sold online on their own site, but actually they don't. They're available through quite a few online retailers, and I'm sure there's some shops have got them as well. So I think they know what they're doing with bags and they're taking it seriously. So let's have a look at this and see what it's got to offer. Now, the first thing about it is it's a ton weight, because as I've said, it's the same as a tour bag. It is kind of like a tour bag design, but hopefully with some more sensible packaging than a tour bag. It's very understated to the point where you're almost not sure what it is looking at it, and you have to kind of be in the know to know what a Vessel bag is. Otherwise you would just pass it without looking. There are other colours. I think there's one other colour in this particular one with a lot of white on it, which is never a good thing with a golf bag because people always just think it's going to get dirty, even though I've bought a completely white bag. But then I can change my bag like the wind. I'm allowed to do that because I'm a bag reviewer by trade, seems to be at the moment. Although I am doing lots of other videos as well. I'm doing teaching and on course and clubs as well. So don't just think I'm a one-trick pony. Okay, there's lots of other stuff on offer. So anyway, I'm not talking about this bag, and that's what you're here for. So it's got this sort of vinyl feel. The one thing to say about this, before we go any further, is it's £499 and it's not guaranteed waterproof. How about that for a statement? You're struggling to comprehend that. The person that bought this does say that it seems as waterproof as any bag he's had, and he has had waterproof bags before. So it's made of this sort of imitation leather, which feels decent. I have to say, it does feel quite good. There's various different textures to this. There's just some smooth bits and some rougher bits. So it's got a lot of stuff going on here, but it's not guaranteed waterproof. The weird thing is that it does mention that there's waterproof zips. So I'm not quite sure why you would go to the trouble of putting waterproof zips on if the whole thing wasn't waterproof. Maybe that helps a lot. I don't know. I mean, that's the experience of the person that owns this, is they say that, yeah, it's really good. It's not noticed it leaking at all. So I think you're effectively buying quite a waterproof bag, but you're not actually guaranteed. So you can't take it back if you feel like it's leaking at £499. So let's go through it from top to bottom. We've talked about the price, the weight, and the fact it's not completely waterproof, let's see what all the features are. So at the top, by the way, it does come with a strap. It's just not on. Taking it off because this just would go on a trolley normally, so you wouldn't really need a strap, and it just kind of gets in the way of the pockets anyway. So I get why it's come off. You've got a 6-way divider, 2, 4, 6, yeah, and there's just a panel in between each, so it's not individually housing each club, which is fine. So it's just a fairly traditional look from that. This is all soft kind of velour that you used to get in all the tour bags. I quite like that. It feels good quality. It feels well made. They've got a couple of grab handles integrated into the top there, which is a good idea. It's always good to have those. Then you're on to the other bits and pieces that are not pockets. Is the handle. Nice soft feel under here, and it feels solid. Towel strap. We've got a little nice Vessel towel strap there, and another little hook here, so you could have bag tags and you can have a towel in there. I'll do the hood at the end. Right, so you can switch off if you don't want to see about the hood at the end. You don't have to put you through that now. I usually do a thing at the start here. I'm probably almost too late in now, where I say, if you don't want to know the result of this test, look away now. And then I put a bit in saying where I think it's good or not. I'm not going to bother doing that. Well, let's just go through it bit by bit. Because if you're watching this, you've typed in Vessel, you're already committed, you're already a bit of a golf specialist. That's the nicest way of calling it. And you're interested. Okay, so let's just keep going with the pockets. So I think let's have a look at the base. Anything funny about the base? No, got a little Vessel logo on there. So nothing untoward there or different. Okay, just what you would expect. So pockets, let's have a look here. So we've got the leather touch points, by the way, it comments on, and that is these bits of the zips, they're leather. So you are getting some cow included in this, okay? Didn't quite come out like that. So, decent feeling zip, feels quality, doesn't feel like it's going to break anytime soon. This was just a normal sort of feel inside that. Fairly deep pocket, good pocket, nothing wrong with that. Then we've got magnetic pocket as well. That's a giveaway that this is not fully waterproof, because I don't know that it'd be possible to have a tight enough closing system on a magnetic bag that water would never get in. This is all soft feel, this is all luxury now. So we're getting into the nuts and bolts here. So that's a really nice feel pocket, that. And it closes nicely with that magnetic thing. So then we're on to the bottom pocket, third pocket down, which is good. The fact that you've got 3 here and you can separate stuff out. And this is back to being not velour in here, but just normal. But again, it feels well made, well put together, nice zips, solid zips. Then we are on to the side bits here. Now these sort of spring out, and that's obviously bottles can go in there. Oh, found a golf ball. But did you know there's a golf ball in there? Who's that? Where's that? Feel a golf ball in there. Oh look, Titleist Pro V1. Thanks very much. Open logo on it as well. It's been used, unfortunately. Beggars can't be choosers. That was good. It was a good find. That doesn't come as standard, a used golf ball in this bag. Remember, this is second hand. So yeah, really good feeling drinks. Things are not insulated. Certainly don't feel insulated, and doesn't have that shiny insulated thing going on there. But they are good positions. There's a little slot there, not on the other side. I'm assuming just pens or something. Yeah, it'll probably work quite well. Yeah, that'll be all right. Decent wee pen slot there. And then we're on to, well, the umbrella thing, actually. Let's not forget that. Let's just check it. It's one of these integrated ones there where it doesn't have a top bit to hold it. And then there's a little bottom slot. That looks absolutely fine. Don't see any problems with that. It goes in easily. Would fit just about any umbrella. Can't get it out now, having said that. Yeah, it does come out. Now we're on to the main pockets at the side. So we've got big full zip. It does feel like a waterproof zip. And then inside, I mean, you've got a lot of space for a start before we say anything else. And then you've got a little thing you could clip stuff onto. And you've got also an internal little zip there. Oh, nice and soft, and surprising delight feature in there. Didn't expect that to feel all nice and soft. It does. So that's quite a good pocket there. Anything else to report? Nice little gusset section there, I think is the word. That would stop stuff falling out if you had any little bits and pieces in there. That's good. So nice pocket there, and it's the same on the other side. So you've got loads of space. Then you've got a little pocket up here. Again, soft feel. soft feel just about everywhere you go. That's what you're paying for, obviously. So in there's a nice little knick-knacks pocket. And then this one here, if I remember rightly, I thought that was the insulated pocket. Maybe these are insulated. I think there is like a double layer in there. They probably are, because I did read something about them having insulated drinks section, so that probably is. So yeah, but there's no, importantly, if you've seen any of my other reviews, there's nowhere to house a roast chicken in here for a start. I mean, there is no, that's not going in. None of these are insulated and none of them are actually big enough. So for £499, you can forget your roast chicken. Make of that what you will. That's a nice little extra pocket there. And that's the same on the other side. So you've got exactly the same there. Now onto the back. Another little magnetic pocket up here. I mean, how much you're going to be able to use this section, some of this, I don't know, because if it's on the trolley, that's not getting used. So I don't know at what point you're using this. But it's really nice and soft, that, and it's got a lovely magnetic feel to it. That's fine if you've got a caddy bringing it round for you, but I don't know what you use that for otherwise. And then this bit at the back is just a wee sort of card pocket or whatever. Doesn't feel all soft feel in there, it's just normal. Again, it's fine. And then this bit I found slightly peculiar, right? Because I'm thinking, right, there's a zip here going all the way down there, which is obviously goes into a pocket. And then surely you've got another pocket here. So I'm thinking there's pockets all over the place, but no, it's not quite as good as that. This and this both go into the same pocket. So look, my hand's coming through there and out there. So that's just multiple ways to get into the same pocket. It's like they had a deal with a zip factory and they've thought, how many zips can we get on this? Let's zip this up to the max and have the most amount of zips that any bag's ever had on it. Because to me, that there, and it's on both sides, is ample for getting in and out of there. Why do you need zips there as well for the same thing? I don't know. What does this say? Inspired by love, intentionally designed, handcrafted to perfection, made for a unique mission, one that only you can fulfill. Life is an adventure, experience it to the utmost, carry what you treasure, reach out eagerly and without fear. Become who you were created to be. You are a vessel filled with purpose. I'm almost tearing up. That, I did not expect to see that. I mean, not the sort of message I would have on if I did my own series of bags, but you know, if you like that sort of thing, that's good. There also looks to be, there's a little metal plaque in there with your own number. So your own special number that you've got. And that's what you get. That's the sort of extras you get for £499. You get a little poem in there just to cheer you up. So there you go. Lovely pocket, by the way. Big pocket. That's quite good. You can get in and out of that really easily. But to be honest, I don't know if you would actually use it. Do you know what it probably is now? Think about that, because that comes off here. That'll just be so you can send that bit away and get a massive badge on it. That's all that is. That's why that's there. I see why that's there now. It just seems over-engineered that whenever I see it, that there's big zips have to be made just to allow that to be taken off and sent away and embroidered. But there it is, you can do that if you want. So yeah, that looks good. I'll do the hood first and then we'll do a bit of a revised summary of it. So let's have a look at the hood. I'll get it down here now. This feels good quality, this feels thick. Now, always good just to have a go at the hood live, so it's quite obvious where it goes because there's a little cutout for the front bit. It's almost just like a traditional tour bag one of ye olde design, and double zips and nothing fancy, nothing different about that. Just feels solid, feels good, and yeah, no complaints about the rain hood. Perfectly good. It's quite bulky, it takes up a lot of space, but there is a lot of space in this bag in terms of the side areas, both side areas and the front. The bit that you would use the most has a lot. So it is well thought out, you can see that. I wouldn't think anything less of a company that had set itself up to produce premium bags. It should be good, and it is good. Okay, so my summary of this is it's very good, right, for what it is. It's trying to look like a tour bag, but it's got better design than most tour bags, right? It's very expensive. I can't get away from the fact it's £499. That's a lot. I mean, that ping bag's slightly overpriced and it's £429. It's nowhere near as good a design as this in terms of the pockets and everything, but nevertheless, it's quite a lot of money, and it's not shouty in terms of showing off that you've got an expensive bag. It goes completely under the radar. So for some people that won't be a very good thing. They'll think, I bought a £499 bag and nobody knows anything about it. In fact, they don't even think it's very nice. They just think it's a boring black bag. But it has got some nice touches. It's heavy and it's expensive, but it has good pockets. It's not waterproof as well. You see, there's a bag called the Titleist Premium Stay Dry Cart, I think it's called, which I've done a review on. And it's a tour bag that's a fraction of the weight, is £150 cheaper, and it's waterproof. And it looks like a Titleist tour bag. Now, there's a couple of potential problems with it, which have come to light since I did the review, that some people think that the individual dividers on it make the clubs get stuck when you're trying to get them in and out. I've got another person who says that it doesn't bother them, that he knows what they mean, but he can still get it out. And it's got a slight problem with the way the front pocket is made. It always seems to bend in and doesn't actually look that brilliant. But other than that, it looks like a tour bag, and it's completely waterproof, and it's very, very light, and it's cheaper than this. So if you're in the market for something that looks like a bit like a tour bag, but also gives you waterproofness, and it's cheaper, you need to have a look at the Titleist Stay Dry Premium Cart. So yeah, I'm confused by this whole thing. If this was waterproof and you could unequivocally say, yeah, it's waterproof, £499, it's really good quality, there's good pocket design, yeah, it's a bit heavy, that would almost be worth it then. If this was as good quality as it is, and it was fully waterproof, guaranteed, apart from obviously the big hole in the top, then I think it's a goer. I struggle to recommend this at £499 when it's not 100% waterproof. Even though basically the guy that's got this says that it's as waterproof a bag as he's had. So maybe that isn't a big deal, but it just seems like on paper you would like it to say, yes, it's waterproof. Other than that, I don't have a problem with it. I quite like this whole Vessel thing, where it's like you've got to kind of be in the know to know about Vessel, and it's really top end and premium, and it's sort of understated. I quite like that. I quite like the whole thing, the vibe with it all. But yeah, I think if this came in fully waterproof, I'd be recommending it more strongly than I am. But at the moment, I feel like it's £499 and there's potentially some other bags out there that might be better than it in this sort of range. Like even a slightly better designed TaylorMade tour bag or Callaway tour bag or something. It's almost got just about as good features as this. And it's probably cheaper, and if you've got those kind of clubs and you like shouting logos and it looking all toury, then you'd almost be better going for something like that. But if you are really Mr. Understated and you want to go under the radar and have things that people don't really know what they are, but they're really good, then this is the bag for you. So yeah, I like it, but I wish it said it was fully waterproof, I think is my only answer. I don't think it's probably worth the money when you take that into account. And sorry to the person that lent me this. Appreciate you lending me it. I haven't slagged it off. I knew I wouldn't slag it off because there's no way this company would produce something that was rubbish. They're trying too hard. So yeah, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.